Hey everybody.
Hey whiners.
What's up everybody?
Hey.
It's the Let's Wine About It podcast, your favorite wine crew, your girl Jels.
I'm Jay Neezy.
And we're back, you guys. We're gonna get straight into it. Follow our podcast at Let's Wine About It with the wine glass emoji on all digital platforms. That's Apple, Spotify, Google, wherever you get your podcast from, we're on it. And now we're on YouTube, so subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yes.
Let's Wine About It podcast. Okay, subscribe and like our videos that we have on there. We have much more content coming to that page. Tell your people about it. We love to hear your feedback. Send us comments. Send us wine selections. All of that jazz. Okay. All right. Let's get into the wine that we have today.
Looks like we have Giambellino, something like that.
It's a Bellini.
Bellini. So it's Giambellino, but it's called Bellini. It's peach flavor, 8%, and it's a good summer wine because it's actually a cocktail wine.
Absolutely.
So
we got this suggestion from one of our newest winers, Miss Denisha. Thank you so much for that wine selection. We're gonna taste it and see if we like it. It's more like a wine cocktail. It's not really a wine. It's like a cocktail. So they have wine in it. They have peach flavoring. So that's why they say it's good for the summer. So it's summertime. It's hot today. We're gonna cool down with some peach Bellini.
Yes.
All right, best friend. What we gonna toast to?
Let's toast to fresh start.
Fresh start.
I'm in a new phase, and I think I want to toast to a fresh start.
Okay, sparkling.
Because that's what it is. It's sparkling.
It's sparkling. I got glitter all over my hands.
I'm glad we toast today. Because yes, our wine glasses they're so bedazzled, so it has glitter everywhere.
Yeah. So yeah, that's sparkling. I can definitely see the cocktail part of it.
Definitely.
It's very fruity. If you like peach, this your go-to. Well, I'm glad I bought two. Glad I bought two.
This is a really good relaxed drink. I like it.
Yeah. 8% is not that high, so you may or may not get drunk depending on if you eating that day. Cause I know me. Sometimes I don't eat and then I get to want to drink and then I get drunk kind of quick.
Like a snack wine, like it's.
Yeah, it's a good cocktail.
Right?
Yeah, so I'm gonna rate it for it to be, I guess, a cocktail. If we're gonna do wine rating, I'm gonna rate it low, very much so a 3, because it's not really a wine. But the fact that it's more cocktail-y and more fun, festive, like for your backyard parties or whatever, I'll give it for taste factor definitely a 9. Yeah, because I like sweet.
It's a mixed drink to me. It's like I have a mixed drink literally.
Absolutely.
So it's definitely a 8. Definitely up there. But taste and everything, one of those sneak up on you type.
Yeah, absolutely. This is like a chaser for me.
Yeah.
I could chase this with my hard liquors. But it's really good. We got it from Aldi.
Yes, Aldi.
For $5.99. Get you one.
Aldi's is coming up on the wine. Please do not underestimate them. They're more than just a grocery store.
Get you one. So what you rate it?
I'll say an 8.
An 8?
Yeah, definitely an 8 for the taste. It's a good mixed drink. And for it to be considered a wine, it's sweet. When I'm in my sweet moments, I can get Bellini. Yeah. This is
like the Stella. It's higher percentage than Stella.
Right,
so I'm happy about that. So let's get into this wine topic, y'all.
Yes, I know actually the huge topic, and lately,
as of late,
shout out to August, Alsina. As of lately, entanglement has been a thing.
He made a whole song, sis.
It's catchy.
I like it.
I vibe to it.
I'm sorry. August Alsina have never made bad music to me though.
Yeah,
that man is a great artist.
Yeah, he just
his artistry is awesome. So let's get into it.
Yeah,
let's
entanglement. So shout out to August again, and and his companions Will and Jada.
She a clown. Go ahead.
I'll give it a take. Entanglement is something that she phrased to describe their quote unquote relationship.
Exactly. Because that's what it was.
It was right?
a relationship.
But hey,
you stepped out. Y'all both stepped out of y'all marriage.
Right.
And you had a relationship.
Relationship.
Which entails an affair, because you're married. So, entanglement is not the right choice of words, sis. And I'm a Jada fan. Me and Jada here, we born on the same day. She a Virgo. Her birthday is September 18th.
Okay.
So shout out to you for that. But you know you done fucked up, right? You know you done fucked up. Like,
cause the thing with that is with the song, before I even heard Entanglements, I actually said, Jada, we know Jada type based off Tupac alone. Every girl got a crush on Tupac because we love a hood nigga that can display his emotions too.
Right.
I think they are like sensitive thugs. I look at them like that in my eyes. You're not afraid to be emotional yet. You got street cred and you ain't afraid to show that. I can feel safe around you, etc. We know what type of man she like. Jada need that young thug to blow her back out. I don't think it comes off as like that hardcore, crazy and bit. I think he's just a family man or whatnot, and I think Jada settled down too soon.
I think a lot of people underestimate Will. Like, that man be doing his thing. He just ain't out here doing his thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like don't underestimate the quiet ones, because to me the quiet ones, they be doing the most dirt, and I feel like and this is not for us to really debate. We don't know what's going on in their marriage, and I really kind of don't care to know what's going on in their marriage. The rumors have flying around and said they're in an open marriage. I've never really seen the proof of that, but to each his own. But just to say they both did some foul stuff in their marriage. You can definitely just know that and see that they both, because when they even talked about the separation, they both had a mutual agreement on separating. And who's to say Will wasn't doing his thing while she was doing her thing?
No, I'm not knocking that.
I know, but a lot of people just be like, underestimate what Will could have been doing or could have been capable of. That's why she probably made her little statement and said like, yeah, you got me back several times, and all like that. So that is like, we can infer that he was doing his own dirt. But the topic is about entanglements. How many entanglements have we been in? Is it the new relationship term now, which I think it is?
It can be.
You know how they used to, we went from side pieces to situationship. Now, it was situationship. Shout out to Fab for that one. Yeah. And now entanglement. Yeah. With Jada. So
I think it's the fancier way of saying we ain't just we're not sexing around.
We're not committed, but we're doing committed shit.
Right. I think it's a fancier way of putting it so it won't look bad. I got entangled with a guy. If we, hooked up a couple of times, but that was it. So it leads you to believe that it could just be more than just sex. Maybe y'all was, again, it's another fancier word for, okay, y'all just relate. Y'all got relationships. Y'all
got relations without a commitment.
Right.
Because that's really what it is.
That's what it is.
That's exactly what it is. You have a relationship without a commitment, meaning we're doing relationship stuff, which can entail having sex, living together, meeting families, however y'all describe your own relationship. That's exactly what this is. Like, so
only way I'll have an entanglement is because I'm not being fulfilled in my own relationship and I feel the need to step out. I wholeheartedly don't want to step away. I'll step out and get what I'm lacking. But that's the problem.
Yeah, that's the issue.
Nobody is stepping away
because a lot of people don't want to. When it comes to marriage per se too, a lot of people don't want, like, they look at it like, man, I don't want to lose this person, this, he or she may be like their lives, their entire lives, and it's like, that's still selfish though, what I mean? Like the fact that you
hold on to what
you want to cheat or you want to step out, even if it's once or twice or whatever the case may be. The fact that's selfish. You shouldn't be married if you want to step out from time to time. Like what's the point of marriage
or even a relationship? Even though you're not
relationship, like
you're not solidified with the marriage paper saying you're married, you still should be moving towards something. Wasting another person's time is a huge no-no.
Don't get into fully committed entanglements if you're not. Listen, if you're not ready for what comes with that emotionally, then don't put yourself in an entanglement. Right. And we're saying entanglement meaning relationship without a commitment.
Right.
Because I can speak for myself. I've been in several of those. You know what I'm saying? Like the one that I recently just got out of one, and that's what it was. You know, we were, I ain't gonna say we were entangled, but we were definitely on the lines of being in a committed relationship, and then something switched and it just changed everything. So, you know, I just would say don't get into fully committed entanglements if you know you're not ready to deal with the emotional backlash that's gonna come with it when you want to end it whenever you want to end it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's where I'm at with it. Like these entanglements that we, you know, get ourselves in, or guys get themselves into with women that, you know, are way out of their league sometimes. I've seen a lot of men get in entanglements with females that they know that they need in their lives, but they don't have or hold the capacity to hold her as a woman in their lives permanently. Right. So it's like, leave them type of women alone. Yeah. If you're gonna do your entanglement business, do it with these stragglers. But you're gonna make sure you keep her. You gonna make sure you get her, because you know for a fact she can benefit you in the long run, but you still ain't done doing what you're doing. Right. And that's not fair, because let the one that you see a future in get into some entanglements. Yeah. It's gonna be hell. And it's just so funny how men they just so sensitive. Guess who had the most problem with the entanglement issue? Will. The man. Yeah, Will had an issue. Look at this. Will called it out. He was like, entanglement? Or relationship. She's like, yes, entanglement. Yes. And he's like, no, relationship. She stood by this. She said, yeah, it was an entanglement. I really do fault Jada in this situation, for the simple fact that, like, she preyed on August Alsina's situation at the time. That man was going through, like, drug addiction, mental illness. He lost his family, a few of his family members. He's taking on the burden of raising his brother's kids. So he was in a bad space. Not an excuse, but that's the fact. And I guess Jada can say that she said, like, she was going through her own mess, which we all do. We all go through our own mess. However, I feel like she was so irresponsible in that when it came to, you know, being entangled with August, because it was just like, ma'am, you knew, like, cause she was even saying it in her interviews. Like in her interview, she was saying, like, yeah, he just needed help and he needed healing. I wanted to feel good. I wanted to feel good. Right? I wanted to feel good. But I wanted to help him. And it's like, okay, helping him doesn't really mean that you gotta feel good in that process. You could be helping him and not be entangled with this man. But I think Jada came out knowing that she had some fault in it. The way I took her was, in the midst of him needing to heal, I figured I could be that healer, and I also wanted to feel good on top of that. So I hear you. Yeah, me. It's a lot of women like that coming on that knowing superwoman. Yeah, they want to be. She know he looked up to her. They want to be that person for that person. Like, you want to be that healer for that person. Right. Which why I feel like she was irresponsible, because it was like, your ultimate goal was for you to feel good. Your ultimate goal wasn't for him to be like, help him for real. I don't think she's sorry. Of course not. She's not sorry at all. That's how I'm taking it. I think she really came into like, oh yeah, he needed this, but I needed this. So I knew I could be that person, and I knew, and it seemed like August. Imagine going through something and you look at somebody as something else. Yeah. He probably looked at Jada as a mother figure or something, that where he'd be like, wow, you know, I really love her company. I need this. Yeah. So with that being said, he actually did say that. He was like, he loved her energy, like he still love her. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Which is deep. She has an energy that she brought on to him that made him be like, wow. Which I feel like she took advantage of. Like, I feel like she did. She took advantage of dude in his weak moment. Oh yeah, he's very vulnerable. That he was very vulnerable and weak, and you know, regardless of what everybody have to say, we all have our opinion. We all, you know, entitled to it.
For sure.
But I just feel like she, you know, she uses that healing complex. I see as a crutch.
That's why I said she's well aware. That sister is not sorry.
Like
she knows.
You using that healing. Like
she speaks so well of it.
And that's good and that's cool. But it's like you messed up too though. And you're not seeing your fault.
No.
And you ain't seeing your part as to why this man, because she was like, I'm confused as to why, you know, it's being brought up now.
Right.
And it's like, you shouldn't be confused because you scarred this man.
He got feelings.
He has, right. Like, you hurt him. What do you mean, son?
You get to go back to your messed up marriage and try to fix whatever the hell you need to.
Ma'am.
He asked out.
Ma'am. So it goes to show that it's not always the men that does the emotional hurting.
That I can talk about.
It's a lot of women that does emotional hurting as well.
I could whine about that.
So yeah, like I feel like this taught us specifically that you know, we always like we're not biased to women, so we fucked up.
No, for sure.
We effed up, y'all, like for real.
Just like Jill said, she could relate to having her own entanglements. It will go from one thing and then it went to another, and it's like, yo, I didn't.
And that was more so his issue, like his fault.
She felt like August in a situation like
exactly. But I'm not gonna lie, I've been in situations in my way younger year, like early 20s, you know what I'm saying? I'm not that old, y'all, but you know.
Like 2021.
Like, yeah, my early 20s, even like being 18, 19, because, you know, we was mature growing up. Like, we learned a lot of things too early, I think. So, I've been in the Jada seat a few times. And I now see that, you know, saying certain things, getting a person in their vulnerable state just to use them, and abuse them, however you want to do that, is not really cool. But I also have a counterpart to that. When it comes to guys, now y'all see how we feel.
No, I've been Jada. I actually
emotionally
just got out of a Jada. I actually stopped being Jada. I'm in a relationship now, but being a Jada, I'll say that. I like that, being a Jada.
Ooh, being a Jada.
Jada is owning what she is and what she said and how she said it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say being a Jada, it do feel good because you feel powerful. Coming out of a situation where you felt weak and didn't have a voice. Yeah. So now you're able to take on other people that you know for a fact can't really handle you. So I think that's what it was for me. You already excited to talk to me. You feel like this is the best thing. I kind of used that as a, okay, well, let me see what I can do. You don't think about it till later, like, it could. I have a heart, so I'm like, yeah, that kind of was messed up. And I've apologized on a few occasions. Other than that, but it did feel good. And whether I wholeheartedly walked away, like, you know, I'm wrong, let me walk away, they still trying to make it work, just like August in the situation, still reaching out. I'm like, that's damaging.
It is.
Because they won't let go because they still see the good in the effed up mess that you didn't create it. And I'm like, ooh.
Facts. So, it just goes to show that two women, need to feel wanted.
Yeah.
Emotionally, I think we do it more so emotionally.
It is.
You know, we want to be that one person that, you know, the guys come to for like their own, you know,